From Caps, who's standing by with Law.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Caps, for joining me. Guys, a round of applause once again for Caps. You had the best year. You came in strong in spring. You made the strongest statement at MSI, winning for Europe. Came back even stronger in summer, and now you're gonna go to World Championship as first seed of Europe. What does it mean to you?
It means so much, honestly. I think we had a really good early spring, but going to summer we were also very confident. But then getting challenged by Fnatic like this in both last week and this week it's crazy. I'm really glad we managed to get like the upper hand in the last couple of games.
I mean, playing versus Fnatic for you must be even strange because you were with the team last year. So how was it winning against them twice, especially in the finals today?
So I think last week was fine, and the same thing was the other times because it didn't feel like it like mattered the same extent as today. And I think today was really emotional for me. I think game 4, when we started winning the game, I kind of started tearing up a bit, and I started like having tears in my eyes because I'm playing against Fnatic, and these are the players that I've worked with. These are the players that I'm friends with, and to actually come in a series like this and challenge, like be the best of Europe, is really crazy.
Wow. They really pushed you to your limits here, taking you guys to 5 games. I want to know what goes through your head as you're coming on stage for Game 5, knowing that this is the last time. There's no more mistakes allowed.
So I think Game 5, I don't even know what we thought, honestly. I think we just went on stage, we wanted to execute our comp, and we wanted to like shake it up a bit. And I think just just trying to get the victory home against Fnatic especially was really important for me. So we just wanted to do our best, and that's why we showed off a bunch of stuff that we maybe didn't even want to show, ideally in Europe. But Fnatic forced our hand, and we ended up getting the upper hand.
All eyes on the world now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really excited, honestly. I think both Fnatic and us are looking really, really strong. And I think this is the Worlds where Europe takes the top. I like to think that this was just like the 4 match. Like this was like not the real match. The real match is coming in Paris. So I want to see Fnatic there, and I hope we can take them down there as well.
You guys sent a message to the world today. You said that Europe is ready and Europe is coming strong. This is our time. And I remember Faker during the LCK finals saying that he wanted to take revenge on you guys in Europe especially. So do you have anything special to say to Faker right now?
So I faced Faker once before, and you know how they say like 3rd time's the charm? So maybe Faker will win the 3rd time we match up, but this Worlds is mine.
I'm going to send it back to the casters very shortly, but I want to ask, everybody believes in Europe this year. This is supposed to be our year. Can you tell the fans why we should trust you and why you will bring the title home this year?
I think for a lot of years we were not like that strong. We were getting beaten by the Eastern teams. But coming in the last couple of years, we've been getting stronger and stronger. And I think especially with like the rivalry between Fnatic and G2, we've pushed Europe to new heights. And I think this Worlds, we're going to show up and we're going to prove why we are EU.
One more time for Caps and G2 eSports, guys, please. Caps, thank you so much. Congrats again on winning Summer Split. Now back to you, casters.
Thank you very much, Law. Incredible words there from Caps. We are EU, as he says. But as we close out our weekend in Athens, we're going to check out the best moments from the Rift in our Alienware Big Plays. Now, first up, Hylissang pulled out his feared pike yesterday as the Pirates sent Schalke into Davy Jones's locker.
I think going for a dive this early on would be quite risky, so for now he's just going to assist. maybe look for a pick onto Ignar.
Might be a lot riskier unless Ignar gets caught out by the hook over the wall, baited and instantly destroyed. They're going to give the kill over to Reckless. 300 quick gold.
This one, it looks like it's blind. He just guessed it.
And that is a disgusting play from Hylissang.
Can we catch Trash? Look, it's over the side. He's right over. Right over.
There's flash?
No. Oh.
That's really nice one. For me, I used ult, but that's fine.
All of Schalke are now in trouble because the TP is coming in. The Renekton is coming in. Trick desperate to get a kill. But Bwipo moving in. A lot of damage going down. And 2 kills for Fnatic in the play.
He gets him again!
Hylissang is unstoppable in this series, and he will find yet another perfect hook.
Alistair's free kill. Alistair slowly. Come,
4.
3.
There's no anything.
Oh my god, they're real. Actually,
I got it, don't worry.
I give you. Don't take it. I took your mid wave team.
Best of me. Yeah, got up.
Same spot.
Good job, guys. Okay, keep the focus up. Let's bring it home.
Yeah, I got to watch that one with Deficio and Yamato backstage. We lost it.
Was absolutely incredible. Now in game 3, Bwipo surprised G2 with a clever teleport before he unleashed the relentless assault.
But here comes a flank from Fnatic.
Here we go, one fight to define the game, one fight to win it. If you're Fnatic, but Perkz jumps away. Bwipo trying to get in from the backside. Wunder jumping over the back of the Fnatic lines, and Nemesis has a flank position. He's caught over the Glacier Prism with the standing knight. He will keep him alive for the moment. He's shut down. Nemesis goes down. Wunder goes into the GA, and the rest of G2 are trying to get them in time, but Wunder's on the wrong side of the wall. In the end, it will be a 1-1 trade. The taunt comes out. Reckless could jump forward. Fnatic are looking for that final kill. They just need one. They just need the resets. Reckless opening up with the guns, but they can't quite find it.
Fnatic have the health advantage, and remember, Reckless at this point in the game could just solo the Elder Drake, so G2 have to be so careful. Waves are pushing in the bot side of the map. Caps does have the teleport to join, but look, Reckless is starting it off.
And look at Hilly, he got in underneath them.
Jankos caught out. The counter-strike comes out, but Jankos wants to stopwatch just for the moment. The taunt comes out onto Mikyx. Jankos is down. The TP coming in from Caps, straight into all 4 members of his former team. And Caps cannot survive that. Reckless gets away on the backline. Caps goes down. It's a double from Reckless.
Behind them.
I'm
I think we should go.
Yeah, I'm going.
Flash, stopwatch.
Keep in mind, let's kill Sergio first.
Kill Sage 1, bro. Kill Sage 1, bro.
Don't.
No flash.
I get him.
I ult him.
He push it out.
I go to Dragon. I can solo.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, actually, should we kill it that fast?
Yeah, I got to watch that one on stage with Maddie and Vetty, and we lost it.
We did. We definitely lost it. And finally, G2 secured the LEC title after an intense finish. Let's have another look. Chunked out by Wunder down towards the bottom side of the fight, but G2 just care about this inhibitor tower. Wunder pushing in the wave, the super minions on their way. You can see the stun lands in a sand, the unleashed power from Perkz, but Broxer goes in. Perkz goes golden right at the right moment, and Perkz is jumping from the backline. Nemesis is down. It's all on Reckless. The G2 have found the fight. They found the kills. They have found their moment. Now the Nexus tower is the target for G2. Fnatic needs something miraculous. They need something from the Forge God himself, but they cannot find it. G2 are pushing in. G2 are taking the Nexus towers. Reckless gets the stand united. Jankos almost caught, but he's going to go into the GA. And now Caps is focusing the Nexus down towards the bottom side. Hylissang trying to fight as much as he can, but the Nexus is the target. And G2, they take it. They prove with the whole world watching, they are the best team in the world. And G2 are your champions.
Then he's spawning.
Shadow flash.
I land on you. Alright. Shen is up. Nice, guys.
Best final ever. What a great way to end the series. Incredibly intense. Medic's lost his voice, so Medic, toss it.
Okay, yeah, sure. We're done for now. We're going to hand it over to Bwipo, who's standing by with Law for an interview.
More noise for them, please, guys. Come on. Bwipo, thank you for joining me. I know this must be a difficult time for you, but I really hope you realize the signal you sent to every team internationally, because no matter what, you're going to Worlds.
I think we set our foot in the door. I think that everybody of the world will look at this best of 5. And it's a good feeling knowing that we got to show that we can compete with the best, but still, it hurts falling short.
If you had any conclusions to draw from this series, what would it be?
Can you repeat that? Sorry, the crowd is...
If you had any conclusions to draw from this series, what would it be?
The series in general, I think, for me at least, I felt like I could have been a focal point in being a winning factor for my team, but I fell short, ultimately. So I think that it was really difficult for me because I felt like I needed to hold my lane well and make sure that there were no advantages gained there so that the game could be played in a way where my team could rely on me. But I wasn't able to do that. 3 out of 5 games, it was the opposite, and I think that was the biggest takeaway for myself.
I guess you don't have any time to just stay focused on that because you must focus on the regional qualifier that will happen next week. You could grab second seed for Europe here. So what are your expectations coming into regional qualifier?
I hope we're going to see some hungry teams. I think we showed them a good best of 5. I feel like both teams put all their money on the table and tried their hardest to win. So with that in mind, I hope to see that the regional qualifiers will bring some teams that are ready and prepared to contest us in the best of 5.
And ready to fight, hopefully. Now, I told this to Young Buck earlier, you have no idea the amount of fans who came here today to watch you play. So is there anything you would like to say to them before tossing to PGL?
Just a big thanks for coming. I was very happy with how the crowd cheered for both teams. I think that's a very important thing. Very, very welcome. I'd like to thank my family and my girlfriend for showing up. I'm really happy that my family could be here. My only regret is not winning for them.
Thank you very much, Bwipo. Good luck for next week, hopefully, and I'll see you soon. Now let's send it over to Shox for post-game lobby. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Laure. Thank you very much. Always lovely to hear from Bwipo and Fnatic. Unfortunately, they didn't make it, but I'm here with the winners in Athens and your LEC Summer champions, G2 eSports. And I won't keep you guys too long because I can imagine it's been a long and intense weekend. Jankos, I'll go to you first. An intense series, once again, just like last week. And last week when we chatted, you said that it was a difficult one for you too. How did you live through this series, and was it more difficult than last week?
I think we came more prepared when it comes to the draft, but we still didn't expect few things, and I think that's why we lost those 2 games. Even though Fnatic played better as a team and we played poorly, I also think that could have been fixed. But except for it, I think Fnatic's a great team, and it was a really difficult series.
May I ask you about what we saw on camera and we didn't catch everything up? So there was the win moment, and then you were on the floor?
So I was really happy, right?
Yeah.
And I jump up and hacked Wunder. We both hacked each other, and I was screaming really hard. And I blacked out, and then I couldn't stay standing, and I just fell down. Yeah, it happened for the first time to me. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, we didn't have to show it, but now that we did,
Alienware big plays.
Yeah, I guess so. So anyway,
that's our MVP.
That's your MVP. Well, do you feel okay? Because blacking out doesn't sound too good.
I feel fine. I just feel like we as a team and me, I should perform so much better in game 3, 4, and 5. So I really hope that during Worlds. Thank you guys. I love Athens. Thank you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just hope that during Worlds and in the future games I can kind of show up more like I did in the first and second game, because I felt like I could play so much better in both 3, 4, 5.
Okay, you're also Kia Player of the Game, so congratulations. You just have all the awards.
Okay, so I guess I didn't play that bad after all.
Or maybe everyone else played worse, who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm grateful for that. Thank you for voting for me. I appreciate it.
No problem. There you go. Congratulations, Jankos. Well, you snagged up all the awards, but I am going to move on to some of your other teammates as well. Mikyx, much like last week, kind of a slow start. Is that fair to say? How did the series go from your perspective, and do you feel like you needed some time to get into the series?
Yeah, I think similar to last week, I was playing pretty bad. and died a bit in lane. But then I realized that the secret to success was Thresh, so I just picked Thresh 3 times in a row and we won all the games.
Okay.
So yeah, basically I have one trick now. But yeah, it was a bit of a slow start, and well, next time hopefully it won't be.
Next, I mean, it might be a while till you face them at Worlds, perhaps. What do you think the most difficult thing was about this series compared to the other one?
I think they just played better individually. Like compared to last week, we also played really bad, like as a team. But I think we played better this week, but they also played much better. So yeah, it was just like pretty intense. They were like making a lot of plays on us, and the drafts were a lot better, I think, than last week. So yeah, it was definitely very fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch, but I know that then it's not always as fun to play. Wunder, what did you think about the series? Are you happy with your own performance to start?
Well, I think we had like a lot of on and off games. Just like last week, we had like games where we just like completely dropped the ball. But I think in this series, it feels like much better because they were actually like fighting. They were like fighting for it every single game, whereas last week, the last 2 games, it didn't even feel like they had a chance. But like this week, the win moment was so much more hype just because we were like throwing the game and we were almost lost, and then the one last team fight, and it was like really intense, and we couldn't just say, okay guys, it's a win no matter what. We have to actually communicate until their Nexus explodes. So it was like so much more, I guess, like intense and hype this time.
Would you say in terms of knowing that Worlds is on the horizon, it was good that you had these 2 5-game series versus Fnatic in terms of your development going into that tournament?
For sure, I think it's good that we don't like just 3-0 twice, just like last year, or last split. But I also think it's probably good for Europe as a region that like we have like teams that can scrim each other, and now also we are bootcamping in Europe, right? So we at least have like some kind of insurance that we are scrimming at least like a good team, right? So I think it's just like good overall for us that we have good practice in Europe, and we don't have to go to Korea or anywhere else as people usually do.
Yeah, the Golden Road is also still alive. We had a check-in at the beginning of the day with Daniel Jankos, but we don't know if the information is verified. So what level are you currently in WoW?
I'm level 51.
Okay. Why are you facepalming?
But it's just kind of funny, yeah.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I mean, it just means that you can out-level so many people in the world and still win an LEC championship. I think that's,
it's very efficient.
That's so efficient indeed. Perkz, let's go to you then. How do you feel after this title? I had the impression, you have 6 now, by the way, which is a record, that it was one of the most hard-fought ones, even though last week's match was also a test. How did you live through this best of 5?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it's a lot of mixed feelings as usually when like you win. There is like a lot of things that I regret a bit about our like preparation or even in-game play, but in another way, it feels very good to be challenged, and it's a lot more fun. I think we all as a team like strive to, like Wunder said, we want to 3-0 our opponents. We don't want to go 3-2 close final, but it is what it is, and Fnatic is the best team I've played against, I think. So kudos to them. They're like really good, especially Jankos and Mikyx, and they're like, I think, the best players I played against in the botlane so far. So, and I played against a lot of international botlanes, and they're a lot better than them. So that just says a lot for Europe, and I'm really hyped for Worlds.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe a lot of your family is here, and your brother as well. I think it goes for everyone. Does it make it extra special when you get to win in front of them?
Yeah, it's actually the first time my parents are here.
Lovely.
And my brother is here, but he's been here sometimes. My 2 brothers are watching from home as well. And my nephew is here, of course. And it feels good to win, right? It will feel really bad to lose. But yeah, I'm going home this Tuesday. Next week, and I'm just really excited to like have some time off and relax a bit, because it's like it's been some stressful last weeks.
I can imagine that it's been some stressful last weeks. Let's start by talking about Worlds a little bit then. Cabs, you already said it, you sent a signal to Faker. In general, how do you feel you are stepping into Worlds compared to last year? How do you think you've evolved as a player?
So I think all of Europe has kind of evolved in the sense that we have a lot more faith in our own abilities. I think last summer we thought that we would be able to challenge for Worlds, but it was more like a dream, I would say. I think now that like the results have been put in the past, like we've had Worlds and MSIs where we did really well, that it gives me so much confidence going up against Faker, going up against all the other mids as well. So it's just this confidence in ourselves, and even though we might not be playing perfect, because we are really not, like we do a lot of mistakes, so will all the other teams at Worlds, and we just have to trust that our play is good enough to beat them.
Yeah, is it fair to say that in the last 2 weeks, in Europe at least, you've been challenged the most and learned the most about yourself than maybe in the entirety of the year?
I mean, I would say so for sure. I think today's series especially felt like the hardest fought. I think we have had some best of fives go game 5 before. We had against SKT, we had against Fnatic last week as well. But I think today especially felt different in a way. Just because it always felt like I always had this back of my mind that we would just win the series against SKT as well as also last week. But today just felt different. There was like a doubt, I would say. I think they played really well, and we kind of had to step up to actually beat them. We didn't just have to play our normal self, we actually had to step up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm almost afraid to ask, but was it a more difficult best of 5 than the one versus SKT, or just different?
I mean, I would say so for sure. I mean, I think it's also obviously a lot about meta and stuff like this, and I think Fnatic just had a lot of like innovative drafts, I think, and a lot of really well played fights, etc. But yeah, I think it was a hard series.
It was fantastic to watch. I'm going to open up the floor to any of you who want to answer. First up, I want to ask if anyone wants to give any praise to some of your support staff. Of course, Grabs got coach of the split. Carlos has been here. Duffman is often mentioned, as well as all the other members on the team. Who would like to thank them in name of the team?
Well, I would like to start, but instead of praising the coaching staff, I would like to praise Luka, because I think he's a great leader, and I think he really steps up when it comes to trying to win, and I think he became the best bot laner Europe has ever seen, and he can play so many champions, and I feel like sometimes he's not getting enough recognition, so I would like to say thank you, and they are really good.
I'm gonna cry.
And then I think Duffman is doing a great job as an analyst. He prepares level 1s and like does all the other stuff. And we had a pizza party in his room yesterday, so that helped us to win. And then has a lot of things to improve on, to say the least. But hopefully he can do it maybe until Worlds. And he's not that bad, but yeah.
All right. Does anyone have anything to add? Is there no one who wants to praise Grabs? The man was there last year also, and things were really tough for you.
Yeah, I think Promiscu, he's helping me a lot, and he's also on the World of Warcraft grind, and we are kind of theory crafting a bit. So he's level 56 or something right now, and he can't even play right now. So like he's just
really
grinding, you know.
Out.
So he's helping me out a lot. Yeah, we have a good synergy going on in the World of Warcraft world.
Fantastic. Luka, must be nice for you to hear this from your teammate. Does that often happen?
I give it back at him as well. Jankos is the best player I played with.
There we go. Sweet. Do we want to do a round of things? Does anyone else? Mickey, do you want to say something to Wunder? Caps, do you want to say something to Mickey?
I think you guys are all very good and carried me really hard in these past 2 weeks, so thank you very much.
Wonderful. Okay then, let's move on to Worlds. You are now first seed. How much did that play into your mind? Mickey, maybe knowing that, not only do you stand to maybe lose the trophy, but you could fall down to second or third seed, and that would then again influence the group you end up in.
I mean, I think we wouldn't really mind going through play-ins. I heard it's like good to go to play-ins.
It's so OP.
So we wouldn't really mind going in second or third seeds, because even first seed, there's like so many good teams anyway. And yeah, it doesn't really matter what group we get. I think we're probably gonna do well anyway.
What is well? What is the definition of well?
Well, winning it,
Getting out of
Win
groups.
every game and
winning it.
Okay, so we got an getting out of groups, winning.
No. I mean, doing well in groups is like getting out of groups.
Yeah,
right?
getting out of groups.
Getting out of groups.
Oh, but like
yeah.
doing well at Worlds
Worlds.
is like winning Worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Is there anyone who wants to comment on that kind of Worlds run? Because I know often people before playing it, you don't want to jinx it, so much can happen, Jankos, but for you, it almost seems like the perfect setup for you and the team. You got your MVP now. You got that recognition that you've earned over so many years, and you've got a team where it looks like it's the best team Europe has ever seen. What are your realistic expectations, and what are your dreams for Worlds?
Well, I think realistic expectations is probably making it out of groups.
Come on.
And then the goal is to win Worlds, but I don't want to jinx it. And also, I'm kind of indifferent. So we will just go and
so bad answer.
play.
Just stop. Like, we are gonna win Worlds this year, for sure.
Perkz, all right. Well, if you do, we'll check in with you in 3 months and have another interview like this. I wish you the best of luck. But the final note I want to hear is, how do you think Europe in general is going to do at Worlds? We know Fnatic looks strong as well. We don't know who's going to come out of the gauntlet. You can tell me if you think one team is stronger, perhaps Caps. What are Europe's chances in general?
I mean, so I think when it comes to the best of fives, both us and Fnatic have a really good chance of going really far. I think the scariest part for me is like the best of ones. But as long as we get like NA in our group, we should probably be fine. So.
It's on Reddit, front page Reddit.
Yeah, so I think we will go all the way if we get NA. If we don't, then maybe we'll lose in groups.
Okay, we'll see, of course. Thank you guys very much for joining me. Perkz, you're just not happy with the answers of your teams today, are you?
No, I'm happy. I'm
Happy
just
with that
thinking
one.
that like Cloud9 is gonna smack us now.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're usually pretty good. Finally, who would like to address the crowd here in Athens and thank them from their support, who have cheered for both teams very heavily in all three this weekend?
So, I mean, I want to thank you guys a lot. I think this is like the first series I've had in Europe where it felt like we had a real chance of losing, and just going like backstage in between games and seeing you guys cheer for me, people reaching out for high fives, etc. It means a lot, and it really gives the motivation to keep pursuing further. Thank you guys so much.
You just have a look of pure admiration when you look at Caps.
Yeah, it's a good answer. Good answer.
It's a great answer. So nothing to add, Perkz? You're good?
G2.
All right, I think we'll leave it at that then.
I mean, nothing. I would just love to thank the crowd. It's pretty awesome here. I love Greece, and that's right, yeah. And yeah, I did hear a bit more Fnatic chants today than G2 ones, but I would say G2 ones were like trying to like match up as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Like a couple of years ago, I would not hear one G2 chant. Like even when I was playing against Unicorns in the final, like it was only Unicorns. So right now, this is like a huge step up. So I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Fantastic. The G2 chants will keep on coming. I think you deserve every single fan that is chanting for G2 after how you've played in Europe this year. 2 titles, an MSI title, who knows what else on the horizon. We'll be looking at you guys, G2 Esports, at Worlds, and wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much for talking to me. Congratulations. And thank you so much, Athens and Greece, for your warm welcome for our LEC Summer Finals. You've been absolutely incredible. We love you. We're going to sign off, but we'll see you next week for the regional qualifier. And after that, it's Worlds, baby. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you next week.